Hello everybody and welcome back to our Seleucid Satrap campaign. I've passed a couple of turns since the last episode, and we've just done a little bit of building and a little reconsideration of our strategy. So we have seen that Armenia has taken Mazaka. This is our ally, of course, but they're being extremely stuck up about giving us military access, even denying it when we offer them the more than fair price of 10,000 gold for the privilege. So rather than attack them or move through their territory, I'm thinking we may as well use the alliance while it's lasting. They're still at war with Pontus. Pontus is reduced to just these two settlements. I've got my large army in the area, and I'm thinking about moving it up towards Sinope, or Sinope, which is the province of Pontus itself. And we'll use this army to threaten or take Ancyra, and we'll see if we can get a protectorate out of Pontus. At that point, I think we'll probably be forced to deal with Armenia, because Armenia doesn't really have anything else that it can do. If it's not attacking Pontus, that's their only enemy. And if they do attack Pontus, well then, you know, they're attacking my protectorate at that point. So we'll have to probably end our long-standing, surprisingly long-standing alliance with Armenia, which is actually not a problem because, as we've seen, Armenia is allied with Egypt. And if Armenia attacks us, Egypt is going to side with Armenia most likely, rather than us. So we want to keep our protectorates around, and that's what we want to do. In the west, in the Greek theater, so we've got Thessalonica and Larissa owned by the Macedonians, and not a lot is changing over here. So I'm thinking, if I could, what I'd like to do is take Thermon and gift this to Macedon as well. We're still neutral to Macedon, but the Macedonians are a protectorate of the Brutii, and that's been lasting the past several turns. So if the Brutii are going to honor that protectorate, and I take this city and gift it to Macedon, I will basically have created a nice wall separating me from the Romans. I can then take Athens, take Corinth, and take Sparta, or more likely, besiege Sparta and use it to get Greece as a protectorate state. We've got their other city, Pergamum, under siege. That's got 5 turns to go. Athens has 4 turns. Corinth would be a difficult challenge, but I'm thinking when Athens falls, probably the Brutii are going to move one of these stacks, and so they may be more easy to defeat or potentially bribe. So that's kind of the plan over there. And in the north, we do have some armies awaiting raid on the border with Armenia, because again, we don't have military access. I think what we want to do is declare war and then start marching on these cities to get Armenia as our next protectorate. That's kind of the plan anyway. So with that said, I think we've done everything we want to do in terms of building this turn. I'm a little freaked out by this Egyptian family member just standing outside of Petra. I guess I could bribe him. Let's see. 28,000. Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe he's helping me. I mean, sometimes protectorates do that. They will bring armies onto your territory to attack enemies, and since the rebels count as an enemy, maybe that's what's going on here. Or maybe they are shaping up to betray me. That would be quite unusual. We do have that diplomat moving up towards Scythia and Parthia, because what we want to do is get a ceasefire with Scythia. The war with them is essentially over at this point. We took a settlement off of them so that Parthia has a better chance of staying alive, and I think that's all we need to do. Scythia will probably be open to a ceasefire with us because we don't share a land border. Alright, Memphis has grown. Very good. So we'll deal with that in a couple of turns. Alright, yeah, we do have a Pontic agent over in Nicomedia. Okay. So just keeping an eye out for anything that Armenia is going to do. And I don't see any of their forces in the area, which is good. They're probably trying to retrain and hold on to Mazaka. This army going up to threaten the Pontic capital. And this one at Ancyra. Let's see. I don't think I actually want to take Ancyra. I think this is the settlement I would like Pontus to have. I would like to have this for myself, because it would probably be a good, you know, financial city for trade because it's got the port and all. Ankara is inland and not terribly useful, I think. But we don't have a lot of men in the area. Let's see, they've only got 3 units in the city, and they have a lot, actually, in this army. And my diplomats are just a little too far away to do any bribing, at least on this turn. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll get up here, see if there might be mercenaries in this territory. Yes, oh, actually some good ones. Yeah, let's get all of these, and then we'll move them down next turn. No armies on this fleet. And Thrace is trying again. This is annoying. I hope they don't succeed. So Thrace is my ally, but I don't want them to wipe out Macedon. Okay, technically at least there's a family member in Larissa, so even if Thessalonica falls, Thrace will not have eliminated the Macedonian faction. Okay, I should have kept eyes because there was a Julii fleet in the area, and what we don't want is a big red army to land somewhere. Let's check who they're at war with. Okay, so it's me, Carthage, Dacia, Greece, alright, and Gaul. So probably, I'm thinking maybe that fleet was just a random army or navy that got kicked away from somewhere else. Okay, 5,000. Where could we spend it? Oh, Sardis could go for Silver Shield Pikemen. That would be nice to have in the area, actually. So I think I'll splurge on that. Okay, so Pontus has moved its armies together. And here's Armenia coming. Oh yeah, they're definitely coming. Alright, let's see. Parthia and Germania, that's fine. Training peasants in Seleucia because it was experiencing a lot of public order problems, but now I'm thinking that was spy related. We do have a counter spy in here, so hopefully he'll get better traits over time. Well, that's good to know. I was worried that we were not going to be able to really hold that. Let's train another spy and get him over towards Susa eventually. Alright, Thebes has grown, and I keep checking out the unrest in these places. Alright, so it's going to cost a lot of money to upgrade those towns. So this is going to be the other advantage of having protectorates, because their settlements count as part of your regions controlled. So the more settlements that you don't have to run and worry about the unrest, you know, the closer you're going to get to that victory condition, if that's important to you. All right, so what do I want to do now? Because really, Pontus is not the threat anymore. I'm worried about Armenia. But we're going to be fighting all of them anyway, I guess. So I think... How about this? I'm going to see if I can break our alliance with Armenia. I'm going to give them the opportunity to say, no thanks, we need to go our separate ways. I'm going to offer them an attack on Pontus. And I'm going to demand some money. You know, kind of a lot. Enough that they might refuse, and maybe as part of the refusal, they will cancel our alliance. The AI does sometimes do this. I'm thinking that might be good for them to cancel the alliance, and then I can move in and hit them. There is a sort of an invisible global reputation that you have, so it might be the better way to preserve that. Yeah, okay, so we're still allied, Yeah, they don't want to become involved with my schemes. Well, why not? I really want you to be involved in my schemes. Alright, we're going to attack Pontus. Alright, we have to get rid of this army. Just going to auto-resolve that. We lost 7 men. And here we go. We're going to head up to the Pontic capital. We're going to move... okay, I think now we can bribe this. I just don't want to... yeah, 2,000. Just get rid of you. And now we can put Ankara under siege. And we'll just keep besieging it. Now, they may sally out is the thing. Ah, and I really don't want them to do that. No more mercenaries. And what is that? The faction leader. Oh, I'll have to be careful because I don't know if there's a family member up here. Well, we're sort of committed now. There at least are rebels in the area. What are you, actually? Okay, so that would just be disbanding the whole army, and because we had a negotiation already that they don't like, they're just going to refuse outright. Okay. Alright, so he's 45. He's going to be around for a while. So if this army moves down, like it looks it's going to, I can bribe it next turn. Or, to just preempt the war, I could attack it once they get on my territory with this army, which I should probably add to now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, I think everything else is good. A couple of turns left on that siege. Okay, did I just lose a diplomat?
Can I be of service at once?
We'll see how that goes.
Can I be of service? Yes, master. At once. Yes, my lord. At once.
Alright, where is Armenia?
My lord. At once.
Not down here.
Sir. Yes, master.
Okay, so maybe they're going just to reinforce Mizaka. Okay. Alright, we've got another spy in Seleucia. He's going over to Susa. Get a lot built and made some cash. Well, I continue to be impressed with Armenia's dedication to our alliance. Making 12,000, so I could probably afford to go with this. Shipwrights around here or ports are just incredibly lucrative, even with the corruption. Alright, so Ankara's still bottled up. And I guess that means we can move over towards Sinope. Okay, there's their big army, and there is an Armenian force right outside the city. The garrison itself is pretty small, but we're going to have to defeat this force first. So we'll get right on the bridge there. Hopefully they'll attack us there. That'd be a nice, easy bridge battle. And we may have to sort of pull off this siege because we don't want this city to fall. We want this to be the last city that Pontus owns. One turn left and we should get Athens, and man, we're going to be looking at some good money once we get that place. Okay. Yep, Armenian spies. Okay, so this is for Athens, I want to say. They've got some armored hoplites here. But balance of power shows that it's decent in our favor. Do I want to fight this? Let's see. Yeah, because I'm just worried that although the balance of power looks to be good, I'm worried that it might be lying a little bit, and the auto-resolve might screw us. And if we lose a lot of guys in this theater, we just can't replace them. But we've got a weird mercenary army. A lot of ranged stuff, a lot of light units. So this will be a very strange fight. And because they're sallying, we need to act fast. Alright, they've only got one cav unit, I think. But we have chariots. Okay, yeah, and they'll be coming around here. Actually, so they do have a few cav, but it's militia cav. They've got a general's bodyguard. Looks like that's it. And a good amount of hoplites. Got our own militia cav and a little bit of cav to back it up. This isn't too bad. I'm feeling kind of okay. We've got some, let's see, 2 units of phalanx pikemen, 1 levy pikeman, a couple of mercenary hoplites. That should be enough to hold them for at least a little while. Okay, here comes the general's bodyguard.
The enemy general flees! Press forward so that the spirit of his army is broken too!
Alright, we'll wait. Let's see if we'll catch him.
Now he flees the field like a coward.
Nope, not yet. Alright, I think we're basically at the point where we could rush them and be in pretty good shape. There we go. They've still got some men that aren't routing, so yeah, this will be a little annoying. A lot of back and forth. All right, so here we go. That battle wrapped up. Just a lot of annoying back and forth by the AI. You know how they will retreat back to the city center and then come back and then retreat again. So I just cut out some of that for you, hopefully. So in any case, we're going to go ahead and exterminate the populace here in Athens, which means that we now have that, and we have... Oh. Okay, so Thrace drew us into a war with Macedon. Or they're trying to. Let's see what's on these boats, because I may risk it if there's an army of Brutii that I could sink, but there's not. So, you know what, Thrace? You're on your own, buddy. Okay, and it looks like we're attacking the pirates with Egypt, or the pirates are attacking Egypt, and I'm showing up as reinforcements. Alright, we both got defeated there. And we got a husband. Let's accept that. So now we have Athens. So let's see how the diplomacy... Alright, Thrace and the Brutii are at war, and here we go. Our allies, Thrace, have taken Thessalonica, so we're going to have to put a stop to that. First things first, though. We've got to see about Pontus. We've got him under siege here. We've got a city over here that we can put under siege. And it looks like Armenia is just passing through, so we don't have anything to worry about from them. But we have to take care of this army before we can threaten their capital. And oh my gosh, this is so weak. Alright, so I guess we'll just auto-resolve that. They're going to go back to the settlement. And that's actually really good. We can have them bottled up. Only 2 turns for this. Okay. So let's see what we can do with Athens. In terms of recruitment, ooh, good stuff. So we've got some cav, we've got our chariots, we've got phalanx pikemen. So that's excellent. I'm going to go ahead and retrain or train another unit of those. We're definitely going to keep this town. The population's very low, but honestly, up to phalanx pikemen is good as far as I'm concerned. So we'll keep that around. Now we could get mines here, but yeah, maybe not. In terms of boats, we can get up to triarii or triremes. Let's go with public baths. get some of the population back. And see, that's just one turn left, so maybe it's time to see if we can make some kind of deal with the Greeks. They are, I believe, still at war with all the Romans and with me. So maybe I can pull off here and make a demand and make a single payment. That's 100,000. Yep. All right, they're not going to accept that. That's fine. We're just attriting down those forces. It's no doubt because we don't have their capital under siege. I mean, if you want a protectorate, you've got to, as we've seen, get them down severely weakened, blockade their ports, get their capital under siege, and so we haven't done all of that. So that will be something, hopefully, to come in an episode or two. Just looking around for any other Pontic forces in the area, but I'm not seeing any. Okay, and in terms of public order, we're doing fine. We're making a good amount of money. Let's see about Memphis. Okay, we can definitely build that up to the Royal Palace level, and Jerusalem. We've also got to do some building. I guess we'll go with a Lyceum here for some public order. And Salome, let's go with a market to improve that trade income by a couple of hundred. Okay. Jerusalem has grown. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. All right, that gets us up to decent public order. Yeah, Thrace. Okay. Yep. Well, we did save Macedon, because if we hadn't given this to them, they would have been eliminated by the Thracians. But now we've got to save Thrace. Yeah, and so the Greeks are feeling strong enough to blockade my port. Right, I will go for this, eliminate those couple of boats. That means that I may be able to hit this navy, and oh, that was really not sure how that was going to go. They've got actually a decent army here, so we need some emissaries. And we can retrain those fleets. I've already got very high taxes here. And I think we've got to pull away from Ankara. Let's get my army right here.
Yes, my lord.
And before we put Sinope under siege, let's see if they would be interested in becoming my protectorate, and I'll give you all my money. Not yet. Alright. I guess we'll just have to take your capital. And so this looks like it'll be no problem at all. Lots of peasants, low-tier stuff. And that's the one we want to take. This is the one that they can be left with. And the nice thing is they've got their faction leader here. He is 46. But we can eliminate this without worrying about eliminating the faction. So I think we'll be in pretty good shape for getting Pontus down to a rump state, if not a protectorate. It may take them some time to get on board. We do have to keep our eyes on Armenia, because as we've seen, they are very active in the area. They don't have any armies on our territory, but they are shuffling them around, and they may, as soon as we take Sinope, they may want to grab that for themselves. That's going to be a very long border we have with them at that point. So we just have to be ready to do that and ready to strike the first blow so we can retain our protectorate of Egypt. And I think that's where we're going to leave the episode, folks. Next time, I think we'll see about getting Greece. We're in a really good position to do that. I think we'll have to just let the Brutii do some damage to Thrace, and maybe we'll swoop in and get Thrace as a protectorate down the line. But yeah, we've got Greece pretty close to being wiped out, I think. If we besiege Sparta here, eliminate this army, besiege their last city, we may be able to get that to happen, but we shall see. So thank you very much for joining me for this one. I hope you will stick around for the next one. Until then, take care.